Let me hear you scream. It's the Worldwide DJ Coalition.
Yo, we're back. We are back. BDSIR Network. It is the... No. We ain't going to start it like that, people. We're not going to start it like that. You know what I mean? We're talking veterans, man. You know what I mean? We're talking veterans, you know what I mean? Good friends on the program who like to come on this show every time they've got news for me. It's the best damn show in World One Radio. RePPiN4U spot on like 20 Street Madness Radio, International Street Radio. We're sponsored by Got the Juice. Who got the juice now? That's right. Make that noise, man. Sound the horns, man. Sound the horns. My name's Grant Body P. Worldwide DJ Coalition. Acknowledge me. Say it to me. You know what I mean? Hey, returning guests on the show. I like to talk to these people because they've always got something great to tell me. They're always updating me on the situation, man. You know what I mean? And they like to assassinate people for no reason.
Hell yeah.
Who assassins in the house?
Yes.
They're gonna fulfill it, man. Welcome back to the show. Actually, no. I'm not welcoming them back yet. Y'all need to acknowledge them first. Acknowledge DJ Stavros. Acknowledge Shawan Na. Acknowledge Eyelezz. Acknowledge the Woo Assassins. Welcome to the RePPiN4U Hip Hop Show. How you feeling? How you feeling, people?
Yo, doing good.
Loving it, bro.
80 generations in the building.
This background thing's messing with my vibes. I want to show y'all my water I'm drinking. Stay hydrated.
You have your water. I've got nothing here. I haven't got the juice here. You know what I mean? I've got to run autopilot. Stavros, you got anything back there you like to drink?
You know, I'm on this muscle milk right now. That's what's really keeping me up and going.
Hey, there you go.
Muscle milk.
Go.
Is that what I call it? Muscle milk.
Yeah, it's like a protein milk.
Okay.
There it is.
What I call it? Quest? Is that what I call it?
Yeah. So they got Quest and they got like muscle milk, the company itself too. I love it.
Okay, so we probably have that over here in the UK. It's probably called something else though. You know what I mean? Not too sure. Is that and that's what Shawan has got as well. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Y'all got your protein drinks. The man called Eyelezz has got his water. You know what I mean? We're gonna blast it off like this, man. Man, it felt like not long ago, man. Only a few months ago that we last spoke, and they're back already. And I remember Stavros telling me that you got a schedule for the whole of 2023. Everything's going up month by month by month. So now it's been a few months. Last time you was here was like March. We in June. Well, we're in July now. So update me on the situation, man. What is happening out there?
Man, we got a bunch of shows coming up. The team, I know Eyelezz has been working on a bunch of new songs. So we're just waiting on that album from him. And then Shawan Na is having a re-release, remastered of the Pure Ecstasy. And then I got some sick shit going on, man. We got a new Love album. It'll be my first Love album ever.
Love album. Okay.
And then we got this one album. This is the first time us saying anything about it.
I heard he's going in on some Barry Manilow vibes.
He's doing some singing.
A Love album. So what? So what, Stavros? You going after the Love King's throne now? You're coming for Raheem Devon.
Right. I got some. We got some secret, collabs coming up between me and the Woo Assassins that I don't think anybody's ready for yet. But it's going to be a crushing album called the Circus Show, and this next album, man, will really between that and the assassination attempt from the Wu Assassins, I don't think anybody's really ready for this.
Well, I mean, well, they better be ready because you've already worked with the likes of Rick Ross. You already worked with like DMX. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You've worked with Capadonna and various other Wu affiliations. You know what I mean? I hope they're ready for this one.
I hope so.
If they're ready for that, they're not going to be ready for this. All right then. You're being warned, people. You're being warned. They got some big things coming off, man. You know what I mean? Wow. So, guys, as I said, you know what I mean? Y'all know you're always welcome to come back on the show and update us on the situation. Eyelezz, it's the first time speaking with you, sir. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So now it's like I'm more gonna like get to know you more this time around. You know what I mean? I know about the power couple that is Stavros and Shawan Na. We want to know about that. Shout out to my co-host, not in effect. You know what I mean? So there's left me to do this for Dolo, but that's all right. Eyelezz, tell us about yourself, man. You know what I mean? How you got involved and how you became a part of 80 Generations and Wu Assassins.
Okay. So my name is Eyelezz, Pueblo, Colorado. I guess it's been, what has it been? 3 years?
3 years this year.
3 years? It's been about 3 years since I joined ADG. I've known DJ Stavros, Shawan Na, for a long time. Shoot, it's probably been almost 8-9 years at least.
I'd say 9 for sure.
Yeah. So we've known each other for a while. I've been doing this since 2013, something like that. And we linked up at a show here a little while back, and ended up meeting up again at another show, and me and DJ Stavros started talking. He invited me a spot with ADG to kind of help me get going with more networking and doing some things. And we were making tracks here and there. At that time, I was still kind of dealing with a little bit of legal issues that I had to get through. You know what I mean? So, we dropped a couple of tracks. There was the Coming Sword album that you can check out. One of my tracks, Little Miss Narcissistic. But like I said, at that point in time, I was dealing with some legal issues I had to get through. Here about a year ago, I finished everything, got off paper, got out of the halfway house, yada yada, and have been able to start actually getting back into the scene a little bit. Aside from working on my new solo album, if you haven't heard my shit before, I've dropped 2 full-length LPs, Crust Life and Evil People. I also did 1 mixtape album that you can only hear on the eyelezz.net webpage. Unless you go to audiomac.com, you can check it out, called Still Living Crusty. I've done numerous different projects with the Whoop What family and Abandoned Records. KeepItAbandoned.com has various Trick or Freak albums that I'm featured on. And then if you've heard of my project Dirty by Design, which I had done with the homie 2 Whoops from Whoop What, you can hear a bunch of other shit that I've done. But I've been doing things for quite some time. I've been on like mini runs with Twisted. I've done shows in Indiana, Texas, California,
which we are getting back to for sure this year.
Yeah, New Mexico. For a little while, I was actually working with my brother AKP out of Nigeria. We released a track called Water, actually under ADG. That was, I believe, one of the first tracks I dropped under ADG.
Yes,
Definitely peep that track out if you haven't already. It also features Imberb. Low-key was the producer. I got to remember the facts on that one still. But after doing a couple of those, I was getting my legal problems situated, and I had talked to Cross and I told him, hey, we should do a group of sorts to do something together. That way, we can actually hit some shows and plan on doing something a little bit bigger. That's when he kind of thought of the idea of doing a Wu Assassins album, and I jumped on board with that at that time. Since then we've been kind of putting pieces of it together. Beats for me are everything. And for those of you guys who don't know me, I struggle with drug addiction and shit for quite a while. And 2 years ago, 2 years ago, I got clean. And in that 2 years, a lot of things have changed in terms of that vibe. Like when you're heavy in drug addiction, you vibe to certain things a certain type of way. You know what I mean? And
right.
Finding my voice since I got sober has been a thing for me lately. So it's been real beneficial for me to be with ADG and be able to work on this Wu Assassins album to really help kind of like rehone my craft, you know what I mean? And get back into the things I like doing,
And we're a company that likes to help people get sober. We both got sober, DJ Stavros and I. Mine was alcohol, and I'll let him tell you about his. But I got 5.5 years under my belt since I quit, and DJ Stavros about the same.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 years now.
Oh wow! You know what? Yeah, you know what? I am so happy for people who take that step. You know what I mean? Take that chest move in life to quit an addiction such as alcohol or drug abuse,
meth
whatever.
And heroin, bro. Like that was the shit that had me for a long time. It was destroying my life. So it's these last 2 years have been fucking beautiful. I went from like 120 pounds, all sucked up, Skeletor status, to like 240 now. Like the change has been real.
Yeah. No, Eyelezz, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. Because I've known some people, who got caught up in stuff like that. And like there's one particular person, that I knew. I haven't seen her in like 20 years, right? And like I see her 20 years later, and I'm looking at her like, what the hell happened to you? Like I didn't say that. Like all I said to her was, yo, I haven't seen you in 20 years. But in my head, I was like, what in the hell happened to you? But like, I answered my own question, right? I answered my own question, and I was like, man, what the hell? And then she's like asking me, oh, have you got like £5 so I can buy some food or whatever? They got some money. And I knew what she wanted the money for. And I thought, nah, man, this is a sad sight. This is not the person I knew like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So, and I knew she got caught up in that stuff. So my question to you, for the three of you, and anyone can chime in, is simply this: how can people like that? How can they make those steps to say, yeah, okay, this is it. I'm gonna lock off the drugs, lock off the drinking. For the record, I was not that dude, but I stopped drinking like 10 years ago as well. You know what I mean? So it wasn't an addiction for me. It was more of a health issue. But for those who are caught up in that, you know what I mean? What would you say to them people? Because you three, especially you, Eyelezz, you proved to me that you can come from that and make a comeback in life, man, and get yourself sorted out. It can be done.
Well, I mean, first off, like if you're going to change it, only you can want to change it. All right. Like contrary to what a lot of people, a lot of addicts will try and tell you, okay, I'm going to quit for my kids. I'm going to quit for this person. That'll never work. Unless you're going to do it for you. You can't do it because the system tells you to do it. You'll never do it if the system tells you to do it. You got to want to do it. Yes. 100%. Like, unless you want to do it, you're not going to do it. It's not going to work.
Yes.
But once you have that desire, once you have the desire, it's done.
There's no stop.
I used to tell people this all the time because I'd gotten clean for a long time. I was clean for about 2 years. This was 10 years ago, and then I jumped back into it. And went hard for well, up until about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Only you can want to do it, but it is really, the Nike saying, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of like contemplation. Oh, well, I got to do this first, or I got to get these things together first. No, if you do that, you're never going to do it. If you want to get clean, you just do it. You just don't use.
One day
for
at a
me,
time.
I know
when I first kicked dope, one of the things that really helped me was the Napoleon Bonaparte concept. Napoleon Bonaparte, if you know the conqueror, one of the things that he would do when he would go into battle he would get on the land, take all his things off his ship, get all of his men off the ship, and then they'd blow up the boat.
Yeah.
By blowing up the boat, you force yourself, you set an ultimatum for yourself, like you have to survive, like you have to win the battle, because you don't have a boat to get away from now.
Right.
So when I decided 2 years ago that I was finally I was done, I had to get away from everything, I blew up my boat. I severed all the ties I had with pretty much anybody I had any connections with. In fact, I had some issues with that because I severed my, I deleted old Facebook accounts, Instagram accounts, et cetera, lost access to all my social media accounts. So, accounts that I spent 10 years building, gone. So it was kind of like basically restarting even the things I didn't really plan on restarting, which Eyelezz was one of them. Right. So that's been really interesting for me, is really rebranding myself, almost giving myself a new name without renaming myself in the last couple years, which it's been a little stressful because getting clean, I'm still getting used to who I am now versus the guy that I had been, you know what I mean?
Fantastic.
Well, it was really cool, Pete, because like me and Eyelezz talked a lot during that time. And my view on the whole thing was we love him, period. And there was absolutely nothing I was gonna do to pull him from our label. As he got cleaned, as he went through his shit, we had his back, man. We were there by his side, and I will always be like, real shit, Eyelezz. You are one of the realest and dopest brothers I've ever had.
Loyal.
You have no idea how far we're about to take this Woo Assassins.
Hey, thank you, brother.
Yeah, brilliant. I have to say, I am so proud of him. I remember sitting next to him when he had first just got clean and just hugging him and telling him how incredibly proud of him I was, and just I'm an emotional creature, obviously. So I got a little teary-eyed, but it's just so touching to see somebody you love turn into who they are.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, guys.
Yo, Eyelezz, I only met you, 18 minutes? I know you're 18 minutes, and to hear that this is what you've done, I'm proud. And for Stavros and Shawan Na, knowing that you've done something similar, but in drinking, I'm proud of that too. You know what I mean? For me, because it was a health issue, I quit 10 years ago drinking, right? And I wasn't heavy on it. But now, for me, I don't know how you two see it, but even the sight of alcohol makes me. It's just a sight of it. Like if I just see it there, like just displayed in the store, I think, oh my God, take that away from me.
I got real active once I got clean. I got real active with the community. And yeah, I mean, when we talk about rebranding, let me kind of like do some pros or like some before and afters here for a second. For those of anybody who's heard any of my old shit, back in the day, I got in a lot of trouble for this track called "Fuck Cops" that I had made with my old partner Two Whoops. And we did a video for it. We had a video for it. I almost fucking went to jail for this music video. Like I had to take victims empathy classes. They made me restart these other classes for my probation because the cops got pissed off about this fucking video. We went through a lot because of this fucking video. And now you'll see me working at the parole office talking with new parolees about a program that we have here in town called Addict to Athlete. You'll see me actually while I was doing the halfway house thing, I did a law enforcement show. There was a one of the rehab centers in town and organization that worked with them. The lead program actually held a little art festival. I was actually able to come and rap for everybody. So I mean, there's some big differences been going on. You know, there's a big show here in town next month that Eyelezz is not being able to sponsor, but on the outside of music, I own my own glass company. Me and my dad have a family business that we're sponsoring this big event. It's a hip hop workshop geared towards teaching kids the art of emceeing, b-boying. We have graffiti contests all throughout the day. Like I said, it's all geared towards the kids. So that's a big event that's going down in Pueblo next month that I'm a part of. And to be able to be a part of these type of events and, you know, doing some of the things I'm doing with the community has made a big impact about what I want to be doing on a music tip. You know what I mean? To go from kicking it with the homies, running the streets and hitting this show, that show, you know, I had some wild times back in the day. But to be able to do the stuff that I love to do in the way that I'm doing it now has made a much bigger impact on my life. You know what I mean? And to be able to start doing shows again in the scene that I love seeing, and seeing a lot of old familiar faces that thought that I was gone, fried off somewhere, you know, and to be reconnecting with a lot of different people recently that have seen me change has meant a lot, you know.
It's been cool to watch.
Woohoo!
Absolutely. Absolutely. Turned his life around. If Eyelezz can do it, you can do it, people. There's no excuse.
That's a hard one, bro.
Man.
Yeah, there ain't like, it's crazy. Once you start making changes like that, everything kind of just like, everything follows, you know, like I quit meth and heroin. Then 6 months later, I was quitting cigarettes. You know, every now and then I might hit a joint. I might eat an edible here and there, you know, because weed is good, you know, nobody has a problem with marijuana. But that's even one of those things that I rarely indulge anymore. I started going to the gym all the time and I work all the time, you know, like prior to this last legal thing getting cleared up and everything. I didn't like to work. I like to sit around, get high and party and have fun. Now I like to make money. I like to write music, and I like to go to the gym and then, you know, do the family thing. And that's good. You know, so and life has just completely, you know, just gotten 10 times better since I finished up everything. So
that's your new high, right? That's your new high. Love that, man. You know what? Yeah, there was something. there was something that you mentioned that I want to touch upon. You know, and that's like making videos and that. And that brings me to this. You know what I mean? You and Shawan Na. I'm hearing of a part 2 to a video.
Hell yeah. I be on go.
You know, y'all need to like. Have I missed something? Because
Yo, the part 2. Okay, so the part 1, if you want to see part 1, you have to look up Dirty by Design. Dirty by Design, Fuck Cops. You'll find that one there. Yeah, everybody else that was a part of part 1, I decided that I wanted to do a part 2, and I hit up everybody, and everybody was like, dude, no, fuck no, you're crazy. Because we got in a lot of trouble. Like, cops were fucking terrorizing us because of part 1. And I had gone through a bunch of personal shit that I was just like, fuck it. And so that's what happened with part 2. But part 1's on the Dirty by Design page, if you want to check that out. But yeah, that's what happened.
I think I will. I think I will, because you know what I mean. It's like right now you're making NWA sound like teddy bears right now.
Yeah, that was
like Power Rangers right now, you know? Man. You know what I mean? Fighting for justice. That's what it sounds like right now. Remember back in the day when NWA came out with F the Police and it caused a stir, but it sounds like this is like 10 times worse.
Yes, absolutely. It was the horrorcore version of it. You know what I mean? And that was my thing. Was I remember getting pulled over one day. We were on our way to a show in Grand Junction, and we get our engine blew up. No, the transmission blew up. We were going up I-70, going over the Rocky Mountains, and our transmission blew up. So we're standing on the side of the fucking road, waiting for this other minivan to load fucking 19 people into. And while we're waiting for this other minivan, the cops roll up on us, and they look at the Whoop What stickers all over the side of this van. And they look at me, and I'm on probation and everything. So I'm kind of like shitting bricks. I'm like, fuck, I got weed on me, like yada, yada. And the cop looks at me. He's like, you get the fuck over here. I was like, fuck, dude. So I walk over to him. And his partner's like sitting there, like shining his gun, and they were looking at me, and they were like, "So, Whoop What?" We were like, fuck, dude, it was a video, just a video. Sorry." And you know, that was real talk. That actually got me thinking. You know, like nowadays, like I said earlier, I really have a lot of sympathy and respect for the police force because of the shit that they go through. Like, we talked a lot of shit, and they had every right to not fucking like me, you know? Wow. You know, since then, I've actually gained a lot of respect for them, just knowing all the shit that I personally have talked to them and put them through. Like, you know, respect to 5-0. Like, they do a job, they do a service that we need. And yeah, 100.
You went from. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what's stick. You know what I mean? You got the good cops that are like, nah, man, what the hell? And then you got the bad
exactly. Yeah, well, my cousin's a parole officer, and we didn't talk at all for quite a while. And you know, that's been cool. Another thing about getting clean and shit, you know, reconnecting like with old family has been a big blessing for me.
It feeds you.
Shawan Na, you wanted to add on to something. What was that? Because what was that? You wanted to add on?
Oh, I was just saying he went from, you know, fuck you, die cop to, hey, you want to hang out and help some people? You know, that's incredible.
Yeah,
it's just incredible.
So I know you've heard about their music video coming out together, right?
I be on go.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Stevie Stone.
Yeah. Out of Strange Music. He was with Strange Music. Yeah. Now he's got his own label.
But song, man, and Eyelezz and Shawan Na just kills it. It's actually another song that Shawan Na is rapping on. And I think that this video is going to be really awesome for them, as far as looking at, you know, where they were and then where they're going. And I really hope that video displays that for people.
Yeah. You know, like for me, I've been on go my whole life. I have been on overgo, overdrive, overachieve, you know, and so that's part of what I want to display is all, you know, not all of the things, but many of the things that I've done in my life.
One of the things I really liked about I Be On Go writing to it was at the time that I was writing to it, I was working 96 hours a week. At that point in time, I was at the halfway house.
Right.
96 hours a week. I was working 2 full-time jobs, and I mean, the alternative was sitting in a facility. You know, I was still getting through my legal shit, doing halfway house time, and instead of sitting at the halfway house, I was working. I'd work graveyards at McDonald's. I'd get off and go work at my glass shop, and I did that. I would sleep 5 hours a day, and just bust my ass. So like when I was writing to I Be On Go, when I'm like, I be on the bankroll, 80-hour hustle. Say you got a job to do, I bet I got the muscle. You know, that was all real shit. Like I was working my feet to the bone. Test man won't leave me alone. Gristle in my teeth and I'm prone to murder every beat that I'm on. Dressing like a vagabond, but I got a bag of bones. Hitting the microphone in the zone, the back to work until the moan. Keeping on, keeping on. Got to get the money to function. Grab the time card and punch in. Yo, you can check that deal. Yo, I crack that steel. I'm a glass man and grind until I get my fill. Until I eat my fill. Yo, it's bon appetit. Blind man got no chill.
Hell yeah.
Beast mode.
Man.
That shit goes so hard. I heard that and I was like,
that is wild, man. That is wild. Eyelezz is on fire right now. You know what I mean?
Wu-Tang Clan rocks the world.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And I hope you are still joining in at home. Grab Body P, RePPiN4U hip hop show alongside the Wu Assassins, Stavros, Eyelezz, Shawan Na up in the building right now. You know what I mean? New music, new projects, new videos, new masks, the lot. The only person who hasn't got a mask is me. I feel a bit, you know, a bit left out. That's okay. That's okay.
We'll make you one, Grandbody.
that's because you need to be acknowledged.
Yeah. You got it right, actually. You got it right. And you know, that's a good segue. It's a good segue. Stavros, I wanted to talk to you in particular, and it does involve a track with you and Eyelezz, actually. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm just gonna bring it up real quick, man, because it was one of the first tunes that me just that me come across recently.
Extra, extra, better read all the news. Subscriptions and views is the guy that we choose. It is just in your entertainment to them. Pretty much depend on channel 6 and 10. Extra, extra, better read all the news. Subscriptions and views, it's the guy that we choose.
Say extra, extra, better read your eyes. They got the government feeding.
Tinker, this just in. You know what I mean? Where, you know, I've adopted the lifestyle right here on my chest. I've adopted the lifestyle on my chest. You know what I mean? And then as soon as this tune comes on, I hear you guys use the same sample. You know what I mean? So my question to you is, shout out to Roman Reigns for no reason, and the Bloodline, and my Bloodline, the RePPiN4U Bloodline. Shout out to them. My question to you, Stavros, is why do you feel the same, almost similar to how I did with the whole acknowledgement thing? As soon as the tune comes on, you got the sample. So explain that to me.
Well, so this just in came from a really dope producer that we work with named Wishmaster. Wishmaster has been a really good friend of mine for a little bit of a time. And he runs a lot of like regular deals and local stuff and, you know, Cali stuff. He also worked with Tech-9, you know, he did actually like 4 or 5 of Tech-9's albums. So
He's done some with Snoop, Ice Cube, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and from what at the time me and Eyelezz were doing, and just killing collabs. I mean, just murdering collabs. So I thought this one was a very good key for us to go nuts on. I gave him the beat. He automatically had everything for it. He automatically was just right on top of it. You know, of course, he had his verse. He was just literally, once he got the power in his hands, he was literally just waiting on me.
Fast.
So that's what's happened. That's what's happened. This just in. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Nice. And that's like which album that come from now? The Supervillains album or the latest project? Which one is it?
Yes. So that's out right now on Sidekicks and Supervillains, a new chapter. It's a 2-disc. So we did Sidekicks and Supervillains. We shoved as much as ADG as we could put on one album, and then I did a couple solos for Retribution. But it's still part of the Sidekicks and Supervillains saga. And now we're moving past that, and we're getting on to Assassination Attempt, which is just the Wu Assassins' brand new album.
Yeah, man. So in that case, you got like a rough estimate when that new one's gonna drop? When we can expect that?
Oh, absolutely. It's gonna be right after Eyelezz release. So once he gets his solo album release,
God damn it! God damn it! You know, okay. So like, and you know what? It's almost there. Like I got like, I probably have like 7 or 8 tracks that are like ready to go, and you know what? I'm probably just gonna have to like roll with that. You know, that they're dope ass tracks too. Actually, I'll be finishing 3 of the tracks next weekend. If you didn't, you probably Grandpa P probably doesn't know this. My lady actually also raps. Her name is Cloud. Tracks that me and her have been putting out some fire. We just dropped this Moving Out track. We just dropped Need Some Sleep. And then we have Pour Me Up featuring DJ Stavros. Gonna be dropping in the next like month. But after that track drops, I'm not going to be dropping any more individual tracks until the album's ready. I'm probably looking for like a 10 track LP. But it's all brand new shit of me that I have recorded since I got clean. So that's something that's really important to me.
Yeah.
Finding my new spit style. Like, I mean, for those of y'all who don't know, when you're like stuck on dope, you spit completely different. You know, like sound like I got a shoe in my mouth if you listen to some of the shit that I was making while so like my style has altered a little bit, but I think that it still provides that sick flavor that I've been known for putting down.
You know what I like the best, Eyelezz? Your cheeseburger track.
Hey, so while I was working at McDonald's, right, I would be working in the line, talking to the people on the speaker. So I would start rapping about the cheeseburgers and shit, right? I'd be sitting there and I'd be on the microphone like, conveyor belt crowns and bottoms, the quarter ones. Yeah, I got him hitting the table, the sauce, I'm straight to grid the box him. I got the nuggets, you love it. The 50 cup with the love it. To be tucking the muffins, stuff on the grubbing, the govern. Check the deal. We call my frat for $1 with text, and that's a steal. Line it to the window and tell me just how you feel. When a hat meal with the burger with spicy chicken, take it further. I swap fries for apple slices. I got apple pies for dessert of $1 will do you. McDouble will make them too. I got whatever you want in your local drop the window. And ooh, McLovin, I'll be loving getting them burger fries, and I can't remember the rest.
Killer, bro.
He'd be doing that at shows. That shit kills me.
Like man, hold up. I usually say it a lot faster, but my lady's been yelling at me lately. She's like, babe, I want to hear every single word. You're rapping it too fast.
Right.
But when you're at work, you're trying to like spit it fast to the people so that you know that they hear it all. but
Right.
you know, you're like at the same time like trying to do the conveyor belt, you know, trying to hurry. So it's like conveyor belt crowns bombs and quarter ones. Yeah, I got him hitting the table. The sauce was straight with the box. I got the nuggets. Love the fit that you cup the love that be tucking them up for stuff. I'm gubbing the call my friend for $1 with text and that steel. Line it to the window with tell me just how you feel. When I have me with the burger with spice chicken, take it further. I swap fries for apple slice. I get it for fries for this under dollar would do you make double will make him two. I go with that bigger one that you love to the window. We do the sauce in my mouth for the cutting. I make your biscuits, bacon, egg, and cheese. Make it the fix that gets fits. You can get it how you want it. You don't need a flipping crown. I'm at the big you know it's good and that's the clown.
Jesus Christ!
Ooh,
Right?
in the house.
Oh,
Right? He said, I'm leaving. Hell yeah.
yo!
Bro,
Yo!
I like working McDonald's. You don't really get that many tips. You know what I mean? If you do, it's like a, you know, keep the change. Here's 10 cents. All right. Well, thanks, motherfucker. You know, one night I got a dude to come through who gave me $100 bill on a $2 ticket. And
Nice.
he gave me this $100 bill. And I'm like, all right, well, let me get your change. And he's like, no, just keep it. I was like, whoa. So, you know, I mean, there was only like 3 of us working that night. So I like split it up between everybody. And like 30 minutes go by and this dude comes back and does the same fucking thing. So I made 200 in tips that night. I kept like a third of it, you know, so I could split it between the other guys that we had in the crew. But yeah, it was cool.
Hell yeah.
Eyelezz got so much skills that he makes strip clubs go out of business. You know what I mean? People just go around the drive-through just to hear the rap again over and over and over and tip him.
Hell yeah.
Hey, it's what I do, bro. It's what I do.
That's what I do.
He's an entertaining motherfucker, I'll tell you that.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
period. You gotta see. I'm working on right now. So after Beyond Go, the music video comes out with those two. I have a kind of a like a bio video coming out, an EPK coming out for all of us. And I really want you to pay attention because when he's on stage, bro, he fucking kills it. Like,
Yeah,
He
yeah.
just built it right in front of me.
yeah. So I got that coming up real soon.
Man, you know what? You know what, Stavros? Maybe the whole of McDonald's in the UK, maybe they should all shut down because none of the drive-thrus out here got Eyelezz. None of them. No one's gonna do that. You know
Hey,
what I
I
mean?
was trying to get on some commercials, you know. I hollered at my manager loved it. The district manager, however, wasn't so happy. She's like, you're wasting my company time to do this. I was like, bitch, I'm making you money.
Right.
The whole
Like, hell,
idea-
you need to give me a raise.
Right.
I had people going to McDonald's just to hear me. You know, people are like, I saw on TikTok. Oh my God.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? District manager, you do realize people literally left their house to go to his McDonald's just to buy fries, you know. Not a burger, not even a milkshake, you know, not even a apple pie. They bought fries just to hear him rap and tip him. And he's putting money in your pocket.
Yeah.
He's putting money in your pocket. You ungrateful child.
Right? For
Look
real
at you
though.
now. Look at you now, blazing up stages, man. You know what I mean? I didn't even ask you about your mask and your artwork or that, but I will all be well. I'll get to that. You know what I mean? Stavros, I'm not quite finished with you yet. You know what I mean? Because you got another tune, right? And Shawan Na, don't worry, we soon get to you. You got a tune, Stavros, which puzzles me. The reason why it puzzles me because you say you got all these videos coming out and doing this and that and that and that. So my question to you is there going to be a video for the track called Before Time?
You got me rolling away and got me going insane. Cause it's the matter of your baby that be hitting my brain. It's been a while since we sat and had a kick it or two. Cause it's been heaven with you, baby, about the life we've been through. There must be shaking them jeans the way you run through my mind. It was vanilla when I tasted, had a secret to find the love that was.
The reason why I asked that, right?
I love that you brought that up, man. Oh man. So I know that I have heard from Capadonna about the track, and he loves it. He absolutely loves it. But you know, we haven't completely talked about a music video yet. And I think that's next on my list.
That would be amazing. I love that song.
We need that, man. I think it's important. You know what I mean? Eyelezz just told me, yeah. You know what I mean? That that his partner, she raps and everything. You know what I mean? And all of that. I didn't even know that up until now, which is, you know what I mean? She's fantastic. You know what I mean? And that tune right there with Capadonna is praising all the females and everything. So Shawan Na, if you're not in that video, then it might as well not come out. Let's put it like that.
Thank you,
Yes,
thank you, thank you.
If Capadonna says right at the beginning of the video, you know what I mean, we're praising women of all colors and creeds, all ethnicities, you know what I mean, for different parts of the world. So I expect to see you in there, Shawan Na. I expect to see your lady in there, Eyelezz. Hell, I want to see my co-host Oni D in the video. If those are in the video, then the video might as well not come out.
Right. Hey, I feel that.
Hey, I'm down with Oni D. I love
mean,
her.
well, while we're at it, why don't we see Grand Body P in a video?
No.
I mean,
Capadonna and Stavros, they're addressing the female.
And we're just gonna be. I mean, I just saying.
Yeah. I think you should. You know what I'm saying? We can do it internationally. You know, because I'll have you shoot what scene I think you should be in, and bam, just add that to the actual footage. How about that?
Nah, that's not a bad idea, you know. That's not a bad idea. I like the sound of that. You know what I mean? That could be history right there, man. You know what I mean? For me to appear in a music video.
And
you've never been in
I don't know if you know or not, but Capadonna did give us a shout out on that song. He also gave us a shout out on that album on Sidekicks and Supervillains. So you definitely our next step is to get him in this video.
Yes. I think that we could, that needs to be done, man. You know what I mean? And Capadonna, Capadonna personally, he's on my radar, man. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to hint anything, but Capadonna, there's my door. It's open. Come on through, man. RePPiN4U hip hop show. I'm just hinting. Anyway, back to you, Shawan Na.
Thanks, Bruce. Now back to you.
Back to you, Shawan Na. Right. I don't know if it's something you want to address or something you want to talk about, but I did notice it on your social media recently. You know what I mean?
Yes, I'm super excited. I got my familia that are they're providing the cars that we're gonna use. We got 2-3 brand new Corvettes. We got 2-3 Mercedes coming through. We're thinking about doing it close to the mountains so you could really see the beauty of our state. And still provide for what is needed for our video.
Yeah, man.
We already got some great. Oh, wait. Which y'all we're talking about? Woo. All right, different video. Hold on. I was reverting
I want to know what
to
you were
the
going to
other
say.
video we talked on. Hold on.
So hold on. There's something I want you to talk to me about. It wasn't that way I was going with it, by the way, but I'm glad you switched it this direction anyway. Because bottom line, RePPiN4U hip hop show is about celebrating music, celebrating people like yourselves. You know what I mean? And keeping on that nice, positive, good feel vibe. You know what I mean? So on that note, right? What's this? Some vampire kung fu business you got involved with? What's all that about? Because the one thing I love kung fu films, and I like to see Blade. Okay, I like to see Blade whoop vampire's ass. What's this kung fu vampire about, man? Let me know.
I'm gonna let Eyelezz take that one because he really took the lead.
Kung Fu Vampire show. The Kung Fu Vampire show of I don't know if you know who Kung Fu Vampire is.
I don't, but I'm intrigued.
You definitely need to check him out if you haven't heard of him. super fucking dope. I think first time I saw him live was in 2011. He was on tour with Twisted doing the Slaughterfest or Slaughterhouse Fest, whatever. Anyway, the Kung Fu Vampire show here in Pueblo was about a month ago.
Yeah, I know you're on there.
It wasn't that long ago, no.
But for everybody who for everybody who wasn't there, we did the damn thing. Oh,
we did.
God. The building was absolutely just we tore it down.
The roof was
set
off.
that we did that night was fucking great. We did a lot of filming for the IB on Go video.
We did some before the show and then some during the show.
Yeah, we had some beautiful ladies come down, did a couple of photo shoots, did some shots down Union here in Pueblo, and then like Shawan said, at Classic Q's during the night. But yeah, if you haven't heard of Kung Fu Vampire, definitely check him out. The show was off the hinges. Tattoo Rob was there as well. There was Giddy Stites, Fago Gang, Willie Hayes. There we go. Willie Hayes was also there. The entire show was super fucking dope. Cloud, my girl Cloud was there. Xenon, the homie Xenon was able to join this, bless the stage with us. You can check him on the track. I Need Some Sleep with me and Cloud as well. That's on
too.
Yeah, I mean that kid can fucking sing. Actually, I met him at the Halfway House. You know, funny little story is we were at the Halfway House together, and he would just sit there and just sing all fucking day. This kid would be fucking singing. First time I heard his voice, it was like, fuck, bro.
Angels.
Got to get you on a fucking track. And man, that dude is seriously gonna go places. Like seriously gonna go places.
Didn't he win like Pueblo's Got Talent or something like that?
I believe he was runner-up this last time, and I know that he I don't know, maybe this year he did win. To be honest, I'm not totally sure. You'd have to talk to him about it. But yeah, Xenon's a fucking force to be reckoned with.
Wow. Glad I asked that question, man. Glad I asked that question. I mean, big ups to them people there. You know what I mean? Right. One question, a fun question before we close this out. You know what I mean? And I never got to ask you the last time you were on the show, but so I'm going to ask you now. You know what I mean? Sidekicks and Supervillains album, right? Stavros, I'll start with you, right? It could be in real life, could be in the comics, could be anything, right? That's what you've named the title. My question is, who's your favorite sidekick of all time? And your favorite supervillain of all time? It's far here. You know what I mean?
Okay. Now,
Wu-Tang Clan rocks the world.
Well, sidekick wise, I have to say, Nightwing for sure, aka Robin. You know, he got pushed to the back from Batman a lot. You know, and I do resemble. I feel close to Robin, as I say the industry has definitely put me in the back, and thought I didn't have the superpowers, and then my team came and superpowers right there. Sorry, supervillain. Yeah, definitely me, bro. Definitely me.
Oh no.
I think that when it comes to this industry, we're very unique in the way we do things. And people kind of hate us for that. And I definitely feel that, after this last album that's coming up, they're gonna get an eyeful, way more than they expected.
Oh man, sounds like we're geared up for your best work yet. Then sounds like your most focused.
Oh yeah, work. You've heard nothing so far.
Oh, he just told me about nothing. this is the part where I'm about to, I should get worried. You know what I mean? Because there's certain, you know what I mean? Like there's certain tunes, like the one with Capadonna, and there's certain tune like the Message Part 2, which in my mind sounds very Dr. Dre inspired. I don't know if that was the, you know, I don't know if that was the direction he was really going for. You know what I mean? But when you talk about tunes like that, and then you talk about the best is yet to come, that's I best get ready for that. Shawan Na, over to you. Yeah, do you have a favorite sidekick?
Well, Stavros stole my sidekick because I absolutely I feel like I've been pushed to the back burner a lot of my life, and so I've had to kind of climb my way up to everything. You know what I'm saying? And I with some help from some veterans, I've been able to do that in hip hop. You know, with other things in life, I've been able to really climb by myself. And you know, I climbed to a certain extent in hip hop before I met Stavros.
Right.
But he really took me to the next level for sure.
Wow. Okay. That's one. All right then. I didn't even realize my video wasn't even on. Super villain, Shawan Na.
So I've got to say, of course, my husband, but in terms of the Marvel world, or I think it's DC, Joker. I used to be a psychotherapist, you know what I'm saying? And that was my previous brand. I was the real Harley Quinn. I was, you know, the real Dr. Quinzel. And, you know, so when I met DJ Stavros, and he's a juggalo, I mean, it was just natural to kind of go with that. And the Joker he really is an assassin. He's just crazier than shit. And, you know, but the difference between him and Stavros is that Stavros, he keeps his crazy in check.
I like these.
Which is going to be the name of my first book, by the way.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Book coming soon. Actually, wait. Whoa. Before I go on to you, Eyelezz. Quick question, Shawan Na.
Sure.
You know, last time he was on the show, was it only D who that suggested to you that you should write a book?
She did suggest that. Yeah. We talked about that a little bit. I think we did talk about the title too.
What is the title for it now?
Oh yeah, no, it's always been a title. It was just a matter of starting to write it. Keep you crazy in check, right? You know, because I was a psychotherapist. I have that mentality. You know what I'm saying? And I want to include my own personal experience. I want to include academically sound research in there, and you know, just kind of include the realm of the world and how you keep your crazy in check, because you know, let's face it, when you go out in the world, people aren't okay with your crazy.
Fuck them.
Yes. It all comes back to me now. I do remember. I do remember. Yeah, I do remember you touching on it, and I remember Only D talking about, yeah, man. You know what I mean? She'll get that book in her heartbeat. She needs that book in her life. Yes, me remember now. Eyelezz, you got a favorite super sidekick?
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so the more commonly known thing that this Johan Velasquez was famous for was Invader Zim. However, other than Invader Zim, he actually did do a series of other comic books, one of which being Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. Johnny the Homicidal Maniac had several different alter egos as a part of his personality. However, his best feature and most important alter ego personality friend, imaginary friend, we'll call him that, was a nail bunny, which was a bunny that he had nailed to this wall, and it would talk to him and actually give him very sound advice throughout the comic book. And Nail Bunny was my all-time favorite sidekick for sure.
Wow, I'm loving this, you know. I'm loving this. That's a sidekick. Very interesting, man. Very interesting. And your favorite supervillain?
Favorite supervillain. So, if y'all listen to Little Miss Narcissistic, which is featured on the Coming of the Sword, was that volume 2?
Yeah, volume 2.
Yes, that's right. All right, so Coming of the Sword, volume 2. You will check. You can catch Little Miss Narcissistic featuring the little homie Rebel 6 on that. But anyway, Little Miss Narcissistic has some scratching featured on it that I did using a this record that I had. It's this old vintage fucking Spider-Man record that I've had since I was like 3 years old. And the Green Goblin is the supervillain featured on that particular snippet. So and if you check it out, you could hear the and I don't know, it was just kind of some funny shit that I was fucking with in the studio that day. And so we're gonna go ahead and throw the Green Goblin on as the favorite supervillain. Give him a shout out and shed some light on that little feature.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Shout out to Green Goblin all day.
All day.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Green Goblin. I only got familiar with Green Goblin from the actual films. You know what I mean? The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man films.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You know what I mean? Real quick, if you want to hear mine, sidekick is an interesting one. You know what I mean? It's an interesting one. And I'm going to give that honor to Spliff Star of Flip Mode Squad. That's my sidekick right there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, Busta Rhymes, he recently got his Lifetime Achievement Award, BET. Spliff Star right there with him. You know what I mean? They've been friends from kids. You know what I mean? They're in their 50s now. You know what I mean? They're in their 50s and he's still there for his friend. You know what I mean? And he performed Breaking Neck on BET Awards. And there was Spliff Star while Busta's rapping fast. And Spliff Star's going like this. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my gosh. To see that still. So my favorite sidekick goes to Spliff Star. You know what I mean? For sure. And he's got tunes of his own that a lot of tunes that a lot of us don't even know about yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's a vicious MC in his own right. Big ups to Spliff Star. But if you want to talk about supervillain, or you know, I've heard you guys talk, and you got some good you got some good choices, some interesting ones as well that even I haven't heard of. I would have said my man from Black Panther. Oh, what's his name?
Chad.
Michael B. Jordan played him. I forgot his name, man, but Michael B. Jordan played him, man. The Killmonger.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The Killmonger.
Got you.
Yeah, the Killmonger. I would have said him. You know what I mean? Because especially that one particular scene where they go to the British Museum and Killmonger actually tells the truth, actually tells the people what they really did with the antiques, with the artifacts that were in the museum.
Right.
And, you know, the fact that he did that in front of a worldwide audience, you know what I mean? Only select people knew about it, but like on a worldwide standpoint like that, I was like, wow, Michael B. Jordan, really, you did that? That's crazy. I would say him. If you want to talk wrestling terms, I would have said Vince McMahon because he cracks me up. And some of the stuff he did, I'm like, some of the stuff he did, he could never do it now in this day and age. There's no way. No way. No. I've seen certain videos of certain things he's done, and I'm like, there's no way he could get away with that now. No way.
No, definitely not.
No way. But my number one choice of supervillain has to go to M. Bison of Street Fighter.
Oh, okay.
M. Bison is that dude, man. He does not give up. You know what I mean? He will you up He don't care who you are. You could be the greatest martial artist in the world. He will stamp on you. He'll stamp on your skull and crush it like a bug. That's my dude, man.
All right, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's getting it to your head. I like that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what he does. He's got no soul, no heart, nothing, man. That's what he does. You know what I mean? I play him, and that's my main guy. But the new game come out and he's not in the game, and I'm not quite happy about it. But I've got to live with it, man. But you know, some great choices there, man. I've always wanted to ask you guys about sidekicks and supervillains, man. You know what I mean? As the title of the album suggested. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. You guys, you've entertained me, man. Especially Eyelezz, salute to you, man. Salute to you.
Thanks, sir.
You know what I mean? You are a prime example of how to turn your life around. You come from the brink of, one would say, death was calling you.
Oh, yeah.
And you just put the middle finger up to death, basically, and turned it around. And now I know that anyone on the planet Earth can do it. You know what I mean? I've heard people be on things like that, or not even as bad as heroin, not even as bad as that, and their family can't get through to them. And you said it yourself, it's on you. You know what I mean? If you want to change, change starts with you. Word to Guilty Simpson, and I salute you for that, Eyelezz. Seriously.
Thank you, sir.
And as for Shawan Na and Stavros, well, yo, you two, you know what I mean? You two continue to be like, you continue to be so influential in what you do and everything, man. You know what I mean? I remember when you guys came on the show before, and you gave me the story about how and why you wear your mask. They just don't wear it for fun, man. You know what I mean? It's a real thing behind it, man, and it's very inspiring, man. You guys take a bow, man. Seriously.
Thank you, sire.
Thank you.
That's what's up, man. BDSIR Network, the best damn show in worldwide radio. You just heard a classic, man.
I'm coming on my own. Never gonna